Hello friends, I am Shyam Tamankar. I welcome you all to an audio visual learning program, MSBT Lead, Learning at Your Doorsteps. Here we are going to deal with Course Outcome 2, Unit Outcome 4, Part C of the Subject Management Code 22509. Now, here in Unit Outcome 4, Part C, we'll try to understand the process of organization of physical resources required at shop floor and its physical arrangements, that is, layouts. The content of this part is we'll see the role of supervisor in arranging physical resources at shop floor, physical arrangements of resources at the shop floor, that is, layout. Please try to understand the difference. Arranging physical resources at shop floor means bringing in the physical resources required for the manufacturing activity, such as plant and machinery, then raw materials, tools and tackles, jigs and fixtures, and the utilities, power, so on and so forth. And when I say physical arrangements of the resources, that means how you arrange these resources physically in a given space, and that is termed as layout. Means how you arrange plant and machinery, how you give space for the raw material, and how you give space for inspection and quality control, or a space to store the tools and tackles, jigs and fixtures, work in progress, and so on. So please remember the difference between arranging physical resources and physical arrangement of the resources. Considerations for production space layout. We'll see what are the considerations. We will see the objectives of shop floor layout. Then we'll look into the typical production space layout, and then we will see the references. Now what the thought says, that for every minute spent in organizing, an hour is earned. So if you give more time for organizing, or per se planning, that is planning and organizing, you can save more and more time, because you will not waste your time in the resolution of the difficulties faced at that moment or instantaneously. Now there is a proverb that if I want to cut a tree, I will sharpen my axe for 3 hours so that I can cut the tree in 1 hour. So the total time required to cut the tree will be reduced. If you don't sharpen the axe, you may require more than 4 hours. Now, what is the role of supervisor in arranging physical resources at shop floor? There are various physical resources like land and building, plant and machinery, raw materials and intermediates, tools, hardware, personal protective equipment, utilities like water, power, gas, steam, etc., required to carry out any manufacturing activity apart from the human resource. Human resource is different and the physical resources are different. Human resource and physical resources have to come together to carry out any manufacturing activity. They are mutually inclusive. They are not mutually exclusive, but they are mutually inclusive, means both of them are required simultaneously. So if you have human resource and you don't have the physical resource, you cannot carry on the activity, manufacturing activity, and vice versa. If that we have physical resources and you don't have the human resource, again you cannot carry out the activities. As far as the arrangement of fixed assets like land and building, plant and machinery, utilities is concerned, Section head and supervisor have a very little role or no role to play, because these are the decisions are taken at the top level. The top managers will decide on land and building, plant and machinery, utilities and so on. So what is the role of supervisor? They can have a role to some extent in material planning and budgeting, as well as purchase of tools, hardware, PPE, etc. We have already seen material budgeting in course outcome 2, unit outcome 3. They may have certain role, or you can say the advisory role, when the tools are purchased or the personal protective equipment are purchased, their opinion is taken into account. They can generate and provide required data for MRP or ERP system. So whatever the data is required from the shop floor for material resource planning or enterprise resource planning, that data is to be generated, gathered and given by the supervisors to the higher authorities. Their major role is in utilization and maintenance of machines, means they are there to utilize machines, maintain the machines, tools, utilities, etc., and convert raw materials into products. So their major role or the main role is converting raw materials into products. They are responsible for upkeep of the shop floor for its cleanliness and the readiness. So they must upkeep the shop floor properly. It must be ready all the time for operations, and it must be clean and arranged orderly. Now we will look into the physical arrangements of the resources at shop floor. We have already understood what we mean by that. Now there are no standard or generic shop floor layouts. So that a standard layout is everywhere. Everybody is following the same. It is not the case. They are different for every manufacturing, assembly or processing facilities, because the manufacturing activity differs, the assembly line differs, and the process or the operations differed from product to product or service to service. So they are different essentially according to the requirements. Types of products or the processes decide the layout of the shop floor. Shop floor infrastructure mainly includes the following things. So there are certain infrastructure is to be created. First, the shop floor building. Second, open space outside the building, storage yards, space for ancillary devices, etc. So you must have storage yard for sometimes for the raw material, heavy raw materials, or there may be the wastage yard. Then there may be certain space for having your forklifts. You can keep those forklifts there, or any other materials which can be kept outside, which cannot be kept inside. Then electrical cabling, hosing, utility lines, fans, etc. You can understand that. Now there has to be lighting arrangement. It may be only natural light or the artificial light or the combination of both. Then there has to be manual and automatic material handling equipment such as cranes, hoists, etc., etc. Then you have to provide drainage system. You have to provide waste management system, means storage of the waste and the disposal, proper disposal of that. Then safety devices such as fire extinguisher, alarms, etc. Then there should be a lunch room, rest room, or the smoking area. The smoking area must be isolated from the actual activity of the shop floor. Now, what are the considerations for production space layout? Adequate production space on a shop floor avoids crowding and cluttering, as well as limits any potential damage which might happen due to accidents. The shop floor infrastructure should be designed by considering the following issues: the number of staff and workers, the number of machines and their respective sizes, the scope, size and sequence of the production, the number of tables, cabins and workbenches required on the shop floor, floor space for arrangement of racks, pallets for storing raw materials and work in process, floor space for racks for placing workers' tools, personal articles and PPE, adjacent facilities such as eating spaces, restrooms and smoking areas, adequate space for pathways, entry and exit routes to the work area, inspection and packing area, and additional empty space for expansion. You must provide a space for further expansion. Now, what are the objectives of shop floor layout? Demark the entire shop floor area as per the tasks which are done there. Help improve productivity of the workers. Help to maximize the use of tools and machines. Help better handling of machines and materials. To minimize health and safety hazards. It maximizes the utilization of space. It maximizes the inventory control of the shop floor. Now, this is a typical thematic layout. You purchase raw material, store them in the store, bring into the shop floor for the processing. You carry on the manufacturing activity and therefore the assembling activity. Then the products are sent to the inspection room for quality control and quality inspection, and then they are packed after the approval of the quality control mechanism, and then they are stored in the warehouse. Now, this is a typical production space layout. You can see, you can study it. So various machines are arranged in a proper sequence. There is a sufficient space given for the storage for the pallets. Then the arrow shows you the sequence of the operations, how the material is flowing from one machine to other machine, and how ultimately it comes to the last machine, and thereafter it is sent to the inspection area. So this is just an example of the production space layout. Now, as we said, the layouts differ from product to product and the different manufacturing activities. The very important message when you are arranging or creating the space layout is a place for everything and everything in its place. So this is the essential principle of creating a space layout or designing a space layout. Now this is the reference. You can go through the link and have the further studies. So thank you very much, friends. Thanks a lot for patient hearing. Now we will look into the course outcome 2, unit outcome 5 shortly. Thank you.